Hello and welcome to Wendell's Guide to Soloing Onyxia 25-man as a hunter. Basically, you just kind of want to have your pet on passive from the start and MD Onyxia onto your pet, and then send your pet and yourself all the way to the very back. From there, you're just going to have your pet attack Onyxia, get some threat, keep MDs up. You might need to mend pet occasionally. But pretty much the only difference is this phase takes a lot longer than in 10-man version just because she's got a lot more HP. As long as you stay to her side, there's not really anything to worry about. She does a tail knockback, but that's only if you're behind her. And she does AoE breath, but that's only if you're in front of her, so as long as she's on your pet, you got nothing to worry about. Yeah, I did the 10-man version back at 85, and I was like, I should probably do the 25-man version now. Shouldn't be too bad. So she'll transition at 65%. The big thing to look out for in phase 2 is you want to remain back here in this back, kind of like the back quarter of the room, because there'll be large adds that spawn, and you basically want to make sure that you have your feign death saved for whenever the large adds start coming down from the front of the room. You can technically kill them, but it's just a lot of DPS that you'll be using up on killing them, and it's honestly just easier just to feign death them. I'm not sure if the feigning the Onyxia whelp still works. They seem to, it's kind of iffy, but it's not too big a deal, so just make sure you're feign deathing only on the or you have a feign death every time that one of the big ads starts spawning. So you can see she's about to transition, so I'm like, hey, come back, pet. And you just want to remain back here. And I'm not sure if they fixed the thing where, I think they actually made it so that all the whelps will come regardless now. Because you see there's a large pack of whelps here, they're all coming to my pet, and then all of them just end up coming. So it's like, oh, well, that kind of sucked. So once the whelps come, just go ahead and AoE, MD them all onto your pet. You want, since this is the initial big pack, you want to make sure you kill them all. So do your best to kill them all. Save your feign death. You can see there's a big ad coming, so I feign death it. Make them go back up the stairs. And then just the initial part is just all about killing and AoEing all the ads down. Once you've done that, you can start focusing on Onyxia. Just make sure your pet remains back here. You don't want to go up towards the front of the room where you'll aggro the big ads. But yeah, so you just want to start killing Onyxia at this point. You're like, come back. And I don't think the Dire Beast I don't think the Dire Beast affects aggro. So you shouldn't have to worry about that. Pretty much at this point, like, I'm kind of used to just killing the whelps, but honestly, you should have enough HP at this point where you can just actually MD the whelps onto your pet and have your pet tanking the whelps. and then you can just actually just stay on Onyxia after that initial MD, and you can actually just leave the whelps on your pet. And then essentially, like, that way you can get more DPS time on Onyxia, and whenever Onyxia goes towards the front of the room and you can't DPS her anymore, then you can actually just start focusing on killing the whelps again. So that way you're getting DPS time on the whelps whenever you can't get it on the Onyxia, and then whenever Onyxia's near you, you can DPS Onyxia down. Which I kind of started figuring out halfway through this raid. I was like, it might be better just to say MD all them all onto my pet, because I noticed my pet wasn't really taking any damage, so I was like, well, I'll just leave them on my pet and go back to DPSing Onyxia. And then, of course, just make sure during all of this you're keeping Feign Death for the big ads in the front whenever they spawn. See, my pet's taking like not very much damage, so I'm able to just keep DPSing Onyxia until she flies to the other side, and then I'm like, oh, can't DPS you anymore, I'll go back to the ads. So now that I can't DPS her, I start AoEing down the ads, take care of some of them. And that's pretty much all you're doing in this phase, so you're just like, wee, pew pew pew. So you can just leave your pet on the ads, and then your pet will take care of everything. You can just focus down on Onyxia whenever she's near you. And then once phase 3 happens, from there you just want to clear up any remaining ads. See, phase 3's coming down soon. So 40%, phase 3 occurs. So at this point you just want to clean up any remaining ads. You want to kind of be careful, but just try and get your pet position back to where it was originally. MD all the little ads onto your pet as well, kill them. And then pretty much in this phase, the only difference, once you've cleared up the ads anyways, the only main difference is between this phase and phase 1 is you will have AoE fear that happens. So you can see I just got feared. I was like, oh no. So you want to make sure if you get AoE feared that you don't accidentally aggro any of the ads. If you do, just run to the back of the room and feign death again really quick. But pretty much at this point it's fairly easy. Apparently one of my ads decided he wanted to aggro. So just stay to Onyxia's side. As long as you don't go in the 2 side rooms, or near the 2 side rooms, there won't be any more whelps. So No more whelps, no more big guys that spawn. You just have to make sure you don't accidentally aggro the guys that are already spawned. And it's a win. I was like, oh no. Yeah, I was getting pretty close there. I was like, ugh, I'm getting fairly close to the guys up front. And that's how you solo Onyxia 25 as a hunter. Hope you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.